Now there's something really bothering me about current world affairs, and it's the advancements of AI and the emergence of what is called the useless class. Now a lot of people that have got themselves caught up in the useless class are people who went to universities, people who plan well, people who discipline themselves. However, they're no longer needed for our workforce and they can't live anywhere as many of the wealthier people are able to. So you live in a city, you can't afford it, you can't move for some reason or the other. What is this city gonna do with you? Are they gonna have open drug policies so you get hooked and kill yourself with an overdose? Or is it really and truly what people are going to gravitate to is Justin Trudeau's plan for medical assistance in dying, for which there's a waiting list in Quebec? I think we are in a very interesting era in terms of this existential crisis of, I wouldn't say overpopulation, because I think if someone is still rich, they should have 10 kids, because I believe a man should leave, or people should leave their legacy. However, there's a lot of people now existing and in the future will become non-playing characters. And I think governments would not be able to afford a welfare state for these people. And there is going to be a bizarre utilitarian divide with regards to us human beings as to what are we going to do with all the people who we don't need. Not we don't need, like the governments don't need no more. They can't provide for them, they can't provide for themselves. Like, it's ridiculous. The World Series was just in Toronto and nobody could afford to get drunk. It was all sober people coming from a World Series Game 7. The players didn't feel the spirit of the spectators. And it's ironic that both the teams that were in the World Series are from a city with homelessness problems. Shows that sports can distract us in any stage of a crisis. All in all, I wish this world will become a prosperous place, but it seems like robotics and AI and the advancements of the fourth industrial era are going to play its toll on the human population and overall psyche. When you look at the American Army, which is the largest employer in America, and they're about to replace almost an entire army with robot soldiers. Like, the biggest layoff is gonna come from the American army, and it's gonna affect the American society in very negative ways, because a lot of people depend on the army for social upliftment in America. Well, let's see what goes on. 2026 is going to be a very interesting year. You know, Patrick McDavid said 2025 would be a year of surprises. The assassination of Charlie Kirk was a surprise, but at the same time, I think it's just a matinee, or what I don't know what they call the movie before the main feature. Because the main feature will be an economic collapse, mass AI, and the deployment of robots to suppress the humans. COVID was nothing compared to what's in the future.